Hello and welcome to Subramani. If you have been a shareholder in the Indian markets and you have been holding shares since the say 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, a very good chance that some shares of your family, maybe your father, grandfather, or uncle or aunt, something in which you did not claim dividends or something happened and that went off to the government, IEPF fund, and now you have to recover it. I can assure you it's a nightmare. There is not enough professional help available, or professional help is available at usurious rates. Subra, we can start at 50% of the profits or 50% of the value of the shares. This is how one person started, right? So let's say by chance you got some shares of HDFC Bank or Titan originally at $10, and you have not claimed it so far. You didn't know about it. It did not exist in your head. It existed on paper. It belonged to your father or grandfather, somebody, and you didn't know about it, and suddenly now it is worth 4 crores. One way to look at it is to say, I didn't even know it existed, so I don't mind paying 2 crores as fees, because even then 2 crores is my profit. Other way to look at it is to say, it is my money, it should anyway belong to me, so I'm willing to pay a fee of say X amount of rupees for the effort done, right? Your brain surgeon does not say your brain is more valuable, so I will charge you more fees than somebody else whose brain is less valuable. Normally it doesn't happen that way. It is not a percentage of the value of the asset, right? It has to be a for the effort that you make. So if you are earning 2 crores and somebody else is earning 20 lakhs, the CA filing the fees does not charge 10 times more. Yes, he may charge a little more, maybe it's a more complicated case, but assuming that 20 lakh is also a salary and 2 crore is also a salary and there is no other income, chances are the effort is more or less the same. The fees will be very close to each other, right? It can't be very far away from each other. So what am I driving at? I'm driving at the effort of Suchita Dalal to collect all our monies lying with the government, and I can tell you it's a big fat round number. I think it is crossed 1 lakh crores, right? That's the amount of money lying there, belongs to you and me. We have to get it back to our accounts, and that effort is Herculean. So Suchita Dalal filed a plea in the Supreme Court saying all the dividends unclaimed, all the shares unclaimed should be put in a centralized database so that people can come have a look at it and then claim it. Now there is a small problem. What people have to realize. Now suppose you are a bank and somebody's money is lying with you. You have absolutely no chance that you want to give it back, because it is a conflict of interest, because if you give back the money that belongs to you, you stop earning on that. So whether it is a mutual fund or whether it is a bank or whether it is a life insurance corporation, anybody, any life insurance company, or anybody, nobody wants to give the money back because it's difficult to get the money. You pay commission to get the money. Now suppose one mutual fund has got 1000 crores unclaimed, right? What is it earning? It is earning at least 1% on that, actually more. Now a mutual fund, if suppose you go and invest in a mutual fund and it is invested through an agent. Let us say it is an old fund and it was getting 2.5% commission, maybe 0.5% or about 0.5% or maybe 1% was going to the agent, right? So the mutual fund agent, or MFD as he is called. Now there is absolutely no interest for the mutual fund to trace the real owner. Now suppose this is in the mutual fund under the growth option. Now what happens if the money was lying in the dividend option? End of the year you send the dividend, at least the dividend will come back, and you know that this is lying unclaimed. Now in case of a growth option, you don't even know that it is lying unclaimed, giving the benefit of doubt to the fund house. Now suppose 1000 crores is lying for a fund, then 25 crores is the income that they are getting from it, right? 2.5%. And very importantly, there is a law which says you need not pay any commission because the PAN is not updated or some nonsense like that. So the full 2.5% belongs to the asset management company. Which asset management company is incentivized to return this original 1000 crores? Nobody. There is absolutely, actually there is a disincentive for returning the money. Now same thing, if the shares are held at the suggestion, the pill has sought the issue of a writ of mandamus or any other appropriate order or urgent directions towards creation in a time-bound manner of a centralized database providing information about deceased account holders. I don't know why deceased account holders, any account holder who has not claimed it, right? So that person may be dead, they may have migrated, they may have changed the address, so it may just be lying there. Dividends may be going unclaimed. At least in case of company dividends, there is a law which says it should get transferred to the government. What happens in case of mutual funds under the growth option or life insurance policies which have matured? The government has to come out with a scheme which has a centralized database scheme of names, address. I should be able to search by name, I should be able to search by the address or the PIN code, the PAN number, whatever you can find about that person, right? You put all that, father's name, something, whatever you can find, you just put all that in a common database and then let people search. Can each individual mutual funds be forced to do it? Of course, SEBI has to come out and say, please put this up, right? So you can create one separately for mutual funds, for insurance policies, for equity shares. It can be done. Why? This country with so much of technology and Aadhaar number and all such technology available, there is no reason why this should not be done. The money remains unclaimed because the legal heirs are often unaware of the existence of such deposits or holdings, which could happen to you also. You made a deposit and forgot about it, or the legal heirs are living abroad, they don't know about this, or it just lost somewhere, and the whole procedure for getting it is horrifying, really, because and the professionals who manage it ask for such a huge cut. I mean 50%, 30%. If it is 5 lakhs, don't even bother me, it is too small, I'm not interested in doing. You hear all these answers from people who are so-called managing it. I do think it's a good business opportunity for young professionals to come into. So Sucheta says, my pill is not limited to recovering these sums, but also pleads to create a more humane system for heirs of deceased people to claim what is rightfully theirs. The present rules require a probate, a succession certificate. It's a complete nightmare. The process and the procedure left by the British, we have inherited. We refuse to make any changes. A person who has a written will which is notarized has to still go and get a succession certificate because this will is not registered. Can you beat that? So what happens to all your money which is lying in various places? Well, unclaimed provident fund, insurance, post office and government saving schemes is transferred to senior citizens welfare fund. Unclaimed bank deposits is with interest is transferred to Deposit Education and Awareness Fund, which is DEAF. It really falls on deaf ears with the RBI. At the end of March 2021, this is old data, the DEF had 39,264 crores in unclaimed deposits, and obviously you add even at 7% interest for 21, 22, 23, 24, we are headed towards 24. Say 3 years interest itself will be about another 6,000-7,000 crores. So that figure would have definitely gone up closer to 50,000 crores. Unclaimed corporate fixed deposits, bonds, interest and dividends go to Investor Education and Protection Fund, which had 4,100 crores in March 2020, and it is something like maybe 1 lakh crores. Inactive mutual funds and insurance, various provident funds and government saving schemes would alone be another 50,000 crores. Mutual funds, I don't know from where Suchita has got the figure of 17,000 crores. I think it must be much more than that. And obviously the old fund houses would have more and new fund houses would have less. because of, let's say, something like an Invesco mutual fund can't have any great amount of unclaimed, because everything has started with PAN number and KYC and all that. So it's very easy to track those people, and they also will be getting that NSDL statement, so they know what is there. But somebody like UTI will have somebody who has invested in 1975 or 1980 and without PAN number, change of address, or he has died or she has died. So very unlikely that UTI is bothered about what is happening, not because of anything else, but because there is no reason why they should search for unless SEBI mandates the search. How will a centralized database help? So it's all fairly obvious. How will a centralized database help is everybody will be able to go and search there either by PIN code or by PAN number or by name, father's name, something like that. And if you remember, oh, my father had told me that he had got shares of Colgate or Supreme or something like that, you know that, oh, these are the shares where I should look for. So you may be able to first come to that and then have a look at whether your father's name or father's PAN number or your PAN number appears there. So I'm sure there are other reasons also, but definitely the fact that a public database is available, maybe it should be available in a charge of 100. How a common database will help is because even if RBI says that all banks and mutual funds should display on their websites the name of people and addresses, etc., chances are many people will not know unless it's a centralized database of all assets. Right, so you let people search by way of, suppose I know that I've got shares of Supreme which is lying unclaimed and or it is transferred. I should be able to go to Supreme and then look for, or I should be able to anyway search on my PAN number or on my Aadhaar number or my name, address, right? So let me put my name, let me put my PIN code, and something should show up. Or I think I had an old insurance policy, very good chance that it would be LIC. So LIC data should be available. The same data which is there should be put up in a publicly searchable website which people can go and search, right? And once I see mine, I am tempted to check another 20 people. I go and check my uncle, my aunts, my cousins, and tell them, look, this is lying here. Or you can surely expect mutual fund agents and insurance agents to go and tell their clients, look, this money is lying here. Maybe with a completely vested interest, saying if that money comes back to the client and client gets it, client will invest through me, whatever be the reasons. More and more people will push, and once it is available, some of us will make videos like this. Many of them may not even know that such a thing, such a problem exists. Then you can keep on hitting people saying, look, this database is available, go and have a look. Second, in the past 5 years, regulators as well as lenders have access to multiple streams of data, social media profiles, Google search, Aadhaar, telecom users, etc. Exactly what I said. So if you can search through that, it will be good. Many bank websites provide information about unclaimed deposits, but it is difficult to reach, to search and make a valid claim based on that information. It's not a very well organized system through which data is available. IEPF initially required companies to put out data on unclaimed fund. Most companies made this so detailed that it led to fraud, and many companies have removed this information on their website. The IEPF authority came up with a website which boasts of a simplified online process for making claims, but it is a harrowing experience, and even searching for an unclaimed shares. Ask me, I have searched, I have not been able to find, and I know my shares of Supreme are lying there, right? So I know it, but I still can't find it, and I can just walk to the company and ask for it, which is what I think I have to do. If we have streamlined the passport so well, and Aadhaar is running so well, and I think we are doing something like 8 million or 80 million Aadhaar verifications every day. You want to buy a credit card, you want to invest in mutual funds, somebody keeps checking out for your KYC, somebody goes, checks out your Aadhaar, you get a you get a message saying somebody checked out your Aadhaar, right? So you get all that. If we can do all that, there is no reason why my money should be lying with some authority somewhere and perfectly capable of somebody committing a fraud and taking it. Because if the government is on one side, the chances are somebody will find some way to break into it and collect the money, and afterwards when you go, you will not find it. So I think the government should wake up and act on this bill. This judgment is already more than a year old, right? This is August 22, so yeah, half a 6 months old. uh, it's time we woke up. Thank you.